Harrison family. We have the daughter, Frankie, and her husband, Johnny, and their daughter, Linda. Is that right? Okay. And so they're here with us, so we can get a lot of first-hand stuff here.
Oh, that's great.
Anyway, our daughter, we published this story. I guess most of you read it on the internet. But our daughter Rhonda and her daughter Natalie lived over on Winter Court, and the property they lived on was part of the Harrison family's property. And Frankie and Johnny lived on Oakwood, and they lived right where the Chinese church is now. And Mr. Harrison's house, Artie Harrison's house, was just to the south of where they are. And he had a barn, and Rhonda did a painting of the barn, and we brought a copy of it for you to look at. And Mr. Harrison passed away in 1986. And the old 1970 Ford pickup, it's over here right now, I had been looking at for many years, 10 years or more, you know, and it stayed out near the barn under a big shade tree. And Mr. Harrison passed away in 1986, and I thought, man, they're going to sell that truck, and I'm going to buy that truck. You know? I'd always wanted an old car, and I always wanted a pickup, so I said, I'll just buy me an old pickup. And I've had it for 26 years and started a restoration on it in big time in 1990. Started the day I got it, but then did the big time stuff in 1992. And it's been a working project ever since. And I know I've got a lot more to say, but I forgot.
Alvin, there's no telling how many lawnmower parts are on that truck. Mr. Fix-It, he used bed springs for gates in his yard, and he'd take parts off the lawnmower, put on this truck to make sure it would run.
It took about 4 years to get all those parts off and get the right stuff in there. And he also smoked a crooked stem pipe, and there was pipe tobacco all through it. You know, it took about 4 years to get all the pipe tobacco out. But anyway, it's been a fun project for all those years, and we've attended the Texas Great Race in it, and done a lot of things with it. You know, attended a lot of parades in Fort Worth and Arlington, and I entered it in several car shows. One was a Yellow Rose Mustang in Fort Worth. It won first place in its category, and the trophies over there, the clear
nice
trophies over there. And
Alton, in your write-up, you said you bought that truck from him on August 21st, 1986?
86,
And you remember Will Clark, that young man that was running for city council that lives down the street? He sent me an email and he said, boy, that was a good day. He said, that was the day I was born.
Anyway, it's been a fun project, and we're delighted to have the Harrisons here with us today, too.
You want to repeat what she said? The airplane was going over.
She said that the reason that there was white on the truck is that when Papa would want the house painted, he'd back that truck up next to the house and let her get up on there and paint.
But I guess the main thing I remember about him is I met him. I used to do Rhonda in Hadley's yard, you know. And I'd see him over the fence. He'd be working in the garden. You know, he had fruit trees, and he had the garden, and he had a lot of stuff. He'd go out there and work. And in the later years, he had this little stool, and he'd work a little bit. He'd sit on the stool. He'd work a little bit, and he'd sit on the stool. And one day he told me, he said, I guess you knew I lost my wife. And I didn't know that, you know. She'd been gone for some time. And he said, yep, I sure miss her. And then in a few minutes he'd say, yep, I sure do miss her, you know. So, and he would give fruit and vegetables to Rhonda and Natalie, and they would bake cookies for him, you know, to take over there. So this relationship went on for, I don't even know, 12 or 15 years, I guess, probably. But they were delightful, just totally delightful people. And
What stories do you folks remember about this property and the Harrisons? You must be what, about the 6th, 7th generation?